What's up? This is Reggie Galindo, a.k.a. Thuggdork with Seriously Funny, and my boy Dre.
What's up?
We are? We live? All right, man. It's nice up in here. We like what an incubator or something. They turn on that big light, and I feel like I'm in a tanning booth, man. What's up? What's up, Dre?
What's up with it, Reg?
Dre don't feel good today. He got some cocoa. I don't know what's wrong with him. He got the lazy eye and the he got the chronic mycolitis.
Allergy season sucks.
Allergy season. It's not. Yeah. That's cool, man. I didn't know brothers got allergies.
Yeah, hay fever, man.
Really? Hay fever. Hey, fever.
Hey.
Hey, fever. Hey, fever. Hey, but real talk, we today's guest is really important. Oh, about the top of the can I get that flyer, please? Yes. I just want to thank some of the sponsors that are helping out with Kelly's Angels presents Thuggdork Comedy Bash. It's for Kelly's Angels, and the sponsors are, you ready?
Yeah.
Robles Auto Repair,
California Credit Hero,
Bridge Bay Auto Insurance,
Stockton Monuments,
Stay Sharp,
Valley Mixers,
Tiger Den Kennels,
Coaches HVAC,
Mr. D's Pizza,
Bridge Bay Auto Insurance,
Tombstone Run,
Revamp Signs and Designs, baby,
Best Deal Tire Wheel Service,
and Warner Properties, Henry G. Yarless.
Yarless. I say it wrong all the time. And today it's funny because on this back of this flyer it says Coach's HVAC, and we got Coach in the house. What's up, Coach?
How you doing, Reggie?
All right.
How you doing, Dre?
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good having you here, man.
Thank you.
Man,
Appreciate you having me.
you're pretty. We're gonna talk about you pretty involved with the community and stuff. That's good, man.
Yes, sir.
That's good. So, really quick, I'm gonna give away 2 tickets to the comedy show. If you're tuning in, please post why you deserve 2 free tickets, and I will pick a winner at the end of the show. I mean, at the end of the night before I go Mimi's.
You know, have you did that yet? Has anybody ever won yet?
Yeah.
They have?
K Marie won.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's a good question. Did anybody win?
Anybody?
Seriously funny.
You guys have somebody tapping in, Kristen Dominique saying, hey, love you guys. What's up, Coach?
What's up, baby?
What's up, Nikki? Nikki's been out there promoting, man. She's been putting flyers. She was at the flea market. She's everywhere. She's doing the most. She's a good promoter, so good friend. So, really quick, Coach, how did you get the name Coach?
Well, I grew up here in Stockton, and
Where'd you grow up at? See, now you opened up a can of worms. Where'd you grow up at?
Yeah, I was ready for this. So, I grew up all over, mostly out north, but my first memory was watching Kelly Drive be built before the I-5 freeway, like in the late 70s.
Damn.
I lived on West Creek, and they were just building the duplexes on Kelly Drive, and I used to go up on the levee and fish.
Did you think at that time when you watched it get built, did you think like, man, this is going to be a good hood one day?
No, yeah.
Nice hood.
It's really tough to watch, you know. And that's how the name Coach came. Is I got involved in coaching as a teenager, and because I knew through my life that kids needed coaches and they needed mentors.
That's good.
Out here in Stockton.
And you did this as a teenager?
I started as a teenager. I had to volunteer.
Did they call you Coach back then when you were a teenager?
Yes.
Wow, that must have been awkward.
It was a little rough, especially the first few years, because I wasn't very much older than the kids I was coaching.
Yeah, that's like me. I was an uncle when I was 7. It was hella uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was hella awkward.
Yeah. So I just, you know, it was something that I really enjoyed, and so I turned it into somewhat of a career in the early 90s, and I started traveling, taking traveling teams from all over the county.
Traveling teams of what?
Basketball.
Okay, basketball. My favorite sport.
I've always coached basketball. I played it till I was about 12, and then I started coaching it when I was 16, 17 years old.
Nice.
And so that's where the name Coach
So
came
you
from.
grew up all over. Did you grow up, what was your family like? Did you guys have money? Did you guys were middle class, lower class?
No, we were my parents were middle class. They broken home at 12.
Okay.
And, but both my parents worked, and my mom was a school teacher.
Oh, nice.
And she actually taught in Conway.
Oh, Conway Homes?
Yeah, she taught
What's
at
up, Conway Homes? Shout out to Conway.
Yeah, she taught at Taylor, so I was introduced to Conway, in the late 70s.
That had to have been awkward.
It was fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Stockton PD wouldn't go there.
Oh, okay.
But Mom would roll up in the
Conway in the
wagon.
80s?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was rough.
Yeah,
That's when they had Sherm Alley out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You our age. You don't know nothing about that youngster, do you?
No.
Yeah, that's
Sherm
right.
Alley. Sherm Alley. Don't rock, Planet Rock. Don't stop. Let me hit that Sherm.
That experience of my mom out in the inner city of Stockton is really what grew me in coaching, because I was able to establish relationships, and then I was comfortable in most neighborhoods in Stockton.
Who are you most comfortable with, the Crips or the Bloods?
Bloods.
Really?
Yeah. Which is funny, because the people I grew up with on North Side, because I ended up living off Hammer and El Dorado for 20 years.
Okay. Hammer El Dorado.
Yeah. A shout out to Sterling. He may be watching.
Sterling?
Tonight.
Oh, I know my boy.
I've known him since
from
1980.
Bianchi. He's from Bianchi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lived and grew up on Iris, right around the.
I was in jail with Sterling.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we were youngsters.
He was one
20s
of the
in our 20s.
original North Stockton Crips.
Yeah.
And
now he's changed
I grew up
his
with
life.
all those guys. I played Little League with them. And it was funny, but my experience was from Mount Diablo, from the west side.
Okay.
So as a little kid, I got babysat out there, and then I was in Conway.
Yeah.
And so,
you was in the hood.
I was able to relate with all,
So you had
everybody.
a pretty good house. How you said house got broken when you were 12 years old. Things got broken up a little bit. That was kind of hard on you.
It was tough. I mean, it kind of sent me to the streets.
Right.
I was able to I turned into a latchkey kid. My mom was always at work.
Okay.
And so I really started riding my bike like all over Stockton.
Okay.
And got into a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
what happened? Do you want to talk about recovery or no?
sure.
Okay, so
Sure.
you changed your life. How old were you when you changed your life?
So I started. I took my first drink the day before my 9th birthday.
Okay.
The Raiders won the Super Bowl.
What kind of drink? Oh, the Raiders won the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
you have to drink.
I drank
if
a
the Raiders
Coors
won the
Light.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'd drink right now if they run the Super Bowl. I'm just kidding.
No, yeah. And I drank a Coors Light. Like I said, it was the day before my 9th birthday, but man, I really felt good. And that shot me off.
Before your 9th birthday?
Yeah, 9th
Damn,
birthday.
you're a 9-year-old alcoholic?
Yeah, 9 years old. I started. So then I started coming home from school after that, and popping that, because I was a paper boy. So I'd come home from school, I'd pop a beer, and I was like, "Whoa," I had that. And so, and then within a couple years, running
He was
around
like a
out
little
there,
El Bundy.
after a couple years, then started smoking marijuana, and then just progressed.
Smoking
But,
marijuana.
33 years and 7 months later,
33 years of getting high?
yeah,
Dang. Smoking weed?
everything.
Everything
Except for
under
heroin.
the sun, except for heroin. We got to stop at the heroin. We
Yeah.
have the coke, the meth, the weed, the beer, heroin, no heroin.
My stepbrother was a heroin addict, so I got to see that.
And you were like, nah, that's
Step
good.
siblings grew up on Clay and Hunter.
Yeah.
So there's another
Clay and Hunter?
nice little neighborhood in Stockton.
That's a
Nice
beautiful
little
neighborhood.
in Stockton.
Yeah.
Got to experience Charter Way on Friday nights.
Charter Way on Friday nights.
All
That's
that.
the biggest
back in
gang
the
I
day.
have heard of, Clay Street.
Yeah, I still
Like,
call
yeah.
it Charter. It's Martin Luther King Boulevard now.
Right.
Yeah, it's still Charter Way to me.
Charter Way.
Yeah.
But
It's hard, man.
shout out to Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
He's a
shout out
great
to
man.
Martin Luther King, man.
Yeah.
So look, so you used for 33 years,
Yes, sir.
but you maintained employment, right? When did you start your own business? Because you own your own business.
Yeah,
A
I
successful
worked.
business.
I worked and I coached.
What kind of work did you do?
I did a lot of things.
Okay.
A lot of hustle.
Okay.
But I started in the heating and air business in 1999, and
that was not only 19 years ago.
I hit a little bit of a bottom
Okay.
because I was coaching. I was traveling all over, and I was making really good money. I was running all the West Coast AAU, which is
Yeah, I know. what it
Amateur
is.
Athletic Union.
Yeah.
And we were taking kids to Las Vegas, and in 1999 we won the national championship with local kids. Mm-hmm. And then in my personal life I hit a bottom.
Okay.
And
What was that bottom like? I just want to hear about that.
Well, that's
what was
what
the bottom
took
for
me.
you?
I was living in my car.
Oh, nice.
And I
What kind of car?
it was a Dodge truck with the camper shell on it.
So you
Nice.
have comfort.
Yeah. Yes. So I had all my boxes around me, and then I was able to sleep right in the middle. But
Did you have a mattress in the back?
no,
No?
I didn't have a mattress.
Damn.
Yeah, it was kind of rugged. I didn't sleep very much then.
Oh yeah.
It was like that.
When you had to sleep, took a little power nap.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So
but,
you hit a bottom. You're living in your car. You were still coaching while you're living in your car?
No.
Oh.
The coaching stopped for a few months.
Okay.
And then I got this opportunity. One of my buddies, Craig Simi, shout out. He took me to a heating and air company, and he said, we could get you a job. And I said, well, that's all I know how to do is hustle and work, so I'll do it. I'm not scared.
Right.
So they gave me a broom and a shovel, and they told me to clean up the yard. And so that's how I started in heating and air. I started cleaning up the yard and organizing materials.
And a shovel?
Yeah, just sweeping and cleaning and organizing.
And now you have your own yard.
And now I have my own yard shop, and I have 2 partners. We're incorporated now as of July 1st. Coaches HVAC Extraordinaire.
You're as of last July 1st?
July 1st, we incorporated.
Oh, nice.
2 partners.
Want to shout out to your partners?
Joey Silva and Mike Woods.
Okay.
My partners.
Okay.
And then we have 16 employees.
16 employees. So you're putting food on the table for 16 families.
Yes.
Wow. I know I went into your office, man. It's hectic, man. You guys are like, it's like the broiler room. You guys are just like, you got a chalkboard with all the jobs and everybody's just computers everywhere and everybody got a little task. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's it is a little chaotic,
So let's go back. You started, when did you start your own business?
I started my own business in 2010. I got my state license.
2010.
Yeah.
8 years ago.
And that's when my life really started changing. Even though I didn't get clean, I found the Lord, and
Where'd you find him at?
I found him in Texas.
Yeah.
I found him in Texas. I went to Texas for 6 months, and I just started thinking about my life, and I really started becoming grateful. I didn't even know what grateful was. That was 2009.
Oh yeah. You know what's crazy, dude? When you said that, the thing earlier reminded me of this is that I accepted Jesus in my life.
Yep.
No,
exactly what I did.
literally, I got a cousin named Jesus, and I let him back in my life.
Yeah, popular name.
So you went to, so you started your own business. Your life started turning around. You accepted God in your life. And how was your business before then? It was small business, right? For a while,
it was small. It was small, but it was comfortable. Like I did well. It's a good trade. Everyone needs heating and air.
Right.
And so I was able to use my basketball relationships, and I want to share how I named it Coaches. I named it Coaches because when I got my license in 2010, there was like 40 coaches in this county that had played for me or played in a program that I was involved in.
Okay.
And so as a tribute to them, because I was moving on to a different life, in the heating and air business, and I wasn't just the basketball coach, I wanted to name it Coaches, and it's spelled Coaches, ES is plural, meaning multiple coaches.
Okay.
And so now there's even more now. I think it's like up to 50 former players that are coaches from the local level all the way to the college level. Okay. And so that's where the name came from. And we're
so you've been coaches for a while.
Been coaches since February of 2010.
But you had a small business. It was you and a couple guys, right?
It was just me and sometimes not even anyone, just me. And then I would, when I really needed someone, I would go out and get them.
Would you go get them at Home Depot in the parking lot?
No, 76 at Mariani's, world famous Mariani's. Yeah, world famous Mariani's. Yeah, it's funny because I actually worked graveyard at Mariani's during my comeback in 07.
Oh, nice.
I worked graveyard out there.
Doing
it was
what?
Quite an experience.
Doing what?
I was a cashier at the gas station.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I lived downtown. I didn't have a car.
Oh, you lived in? Didn't you live by the theater?
I lived by the movie theater.
I remember that
for a long time.
Nice.
The Bellevue.
Nice.
That's the name of the building.
The Bellevue?
Yeah.
Famous.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Right. Now you live in Brookside.
No, now I live off El Dorado, kind of in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, you live
that
by
I ran around. Yeah, I ran around in because I attended private school at St. Luke's because my mom was the principal.
Yeah.
And then I went to St. Mary's, so I'm kind of in that same neighborhood right now.
That's good. So you recently, your business blew up. You took on 2 partners. You became incorporated, and your business is really good. You have 16 employees. You went from just you working out your car, 1 car, and now you have 16 employees. Who do you thank for that?
I thank God.
Okay.
I thank God. My life really changed, and then I think after that I thank NA.
All right. Narcotics Anonymous.
I knew who my higher power was when I got there.
Right.
And it made it a little easier for me.
Right.
But one of your guests not too long ago, Tim DeVincenzi.
Yeah.
I coached with him, and when I
That's
got
my
in
sponsor.
there, when I got in
Shout
there,
out to Tim.
I looked across the room and he pointed at me, like the second time I was there, and I said to myself, like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Like, that's somebody I've looked up to, and he's here, and he's got all this clean time. Like, this is how I'm going to live my life now.
That's a beautiful thing.
So, man, it's
So
a miracle.
So this new thing, you have 16 employees. You went from doing how much a year? If you don't want to talk about money, we don't have to talk about money.
Sure.
Okay.
Went from doing right around 6 figures, which is 100,000.
Uh-huh.
You don't know that.
Okay.
To this year, we'll do between 3 and 4 million. as a
$3 and
company.
$4 million from
As a
6
company.
figures to
As
3
a
and 4
company.
million.
Yeah, as a
Nice.
company in
Wow.
total revenue.
So within 5 years, you could be a millionaire.
We think within my goal was age 50, but it might be like 55. So the
be a
next 3
millionaire?
to 5 years,
To be a millionaire.
possibly be a millionaire.
Nice.
Make $1 million in
Wow.
a year.
So what's your goals as far as I see you doing a lot in the community? You want to talk about Team Trouble?
Sure. Yeah. So I had an opportunity after we did our ribbon cutting at Coach's.
I went by. Wait, no, I may get to that. I went to the barbecue. I missed
Yep.
the ribbon cutting.
And that was Team Trouble. So at the ribbon cutting for the Chamber of Commerce in Stockton, shout out my brother Joe Curtis.
Joe Curtis
He's with the chamber, and
Curtis.
so the owner of Team Trouble shows up, and I know almost all the players now. Team Trouble's an ABA basketball team. They're local. They started 2 years ago. They've had 2 full seasons, and they basically set the foreground for the Stockton Kings. They came in here.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They were playing at the arena.
Yes.
They were letting people in for free.
Yes.
Correct.
And what happened is the NBA, because the NBA and the ABA, they don't match. They don't
Okay.
mesh. So the NBA saw that foreground was laid,
Uh-huh.
and so
took
then
it.
they got the Stockton Kings in here,
Oh, nice.
and the Stockton Kings took over the arena. So Team
Bumped
Trouble
them.
kind of got pushed off to the
Shot
side.
to the left.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away from the owner, James Paul. Shout out to James. He just came to me and said, Coach, we used to have these big sponsors when we were at the arena, and the NBA kind of came in, and I said, say no more. Like, I didn't really know if I wanted to take it on, but I took on coaching Team Trouble, and we finished our season 14-1 after I took over.
14-1.
And then we lost our playoff game, but
Okay, this one and out, huh?
one and out.
You guys lost?
We lost.
Was
and
it heartbreaking?
It was tough.
Did you lose a lot of money on that betting on your own team?
No. I went to GA in high school, so
Yeah.
yeah. I try not to bet too much anymore.
Right. So you guys lost. You guys did 14-1. That's incredible.
Yeah, it was a great
So
run.
you took over the whole team, and you're helping with the fundraising and everything.
Yeah, it's I'm going to be in it. I just met with the owner and the general manager, Javon Bankston.
Okay.
Shout out, Javon is wonderful. He does everything for us. Now we're going to have all 10 of our home games next season at St. Mary's High School.
St. Mary's High School.
We just signed a contract.
10 games.
And we're really excited about it. And we're going to need sponsors. We're going to hit up the community. And I'm going to do this like I did in 1994 when I started hitting up the community for sponsors for kids.
Right.
Because I see if we build this Team Trouble and we do it like James intended in the community, we're going to be able to relate to a lot of these inner city kids.
Right.
Because it's going to give them something to strive for that, this is the ABA. Like, kids think, I want to be a professional athlete. Well, so very few make it to that level.
Correct.
And so, but there are a lot of other options. you know,
Right.
And so
And Team
Trouble's
Trouble's
one of those.
Okay.
And I'm really enjoying it. I know almost everybody that's on the team. I either coached them or I watched them or I played against them growing up. So it's really awesome.
Did you play basketball?
No,
No.
just street basketball. That's it.
Just street basketball.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
didn't have
Give
time.
up the rock.
I didn't have time for basketball.
Okay,
I was
okay.
just doing other stuff.
All right.
Messing my life up.
Hey, coach. So check this out. So you sponsor 2 kids, right?
Yes.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So so I have 2 international student athletes
International.
that are under my guardianship. They're from the Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. I met those kids. They hablan poquito inglés,
They're
right?
they're learning English.
Right.
One of them is
And they stay with you.
a sophomore. They live with me. I'm
Okay.
full ownership, guardianship.
Okay. He said ownership.
Yeah. It just as far,
I bought them. We're not selling kids. I swear.
Stop. And right now, shout out to Team Lillard. Damon Lillard plays for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Correct.
They play for his traveling team right now out of Berkeley.
Oh, nice.
And everything's paid for.
Everything's paid for. So they live with you.
They live with me.
You're responsible for them.
I take care of their tuition. They attend Brookside Christian.
Wow, you pay their tuition?
Yeah. It's an opportunity. You know, it's part of giving back. And
yeah, that's huge.
I've given back to the local community, but this opportunity arose because Luke Williams is the coach, and he's now the athletic director and vice principal at Brookside, and he was my first college recruit. And he's out of Stockton. He played at Stagg. You know, he's a local kid, and he said, "Coach, you know, what do you think about this?" And I said, "You know what, Luke, for you." Luke was really loyal to me when I went through coaching junior college. I coached junior college in the early 2000s at Alameda College for 3 years, and Luke was my first recruit. And through that time, we built a heck of a relationship. And
right.
So I said, I'm willing. You know, I'm willing to do it. And here we are, about a year and a half later, and these kids are really excelling.
They've been with you for a year and a half?
One of them's been here a year and a half, and the other one's been here for 6 months.
Wow.
And
so you pay all their tuition. I got this.
Everything everything that they do.
Wow.
It's funny.
You're their parent.
Yeah, I was talking to him last night, and I sent Geronimo Rubio de la Rosa. He's one of the best sophomore guards in the state of California.
Okay.
I sent him home last year, and I gave him $500.
Okay.
And I thought, it'd be good for him, right? Well, that's $24,000 in his country.
Wow.
And he told me last night. He said, Coach, because I was talking about the Philippines and the currency.
Right.
And he said, it's the same in the Dominican, Coach. He said, I gave that money to my parents.
Nice.
And it really made me feel good, you know.
That's great. That makes me feel good for you,
it's
man.
like, wow. It made me realize, how good we have it here.
Correct. How good you have it.
Yeah.
God, your cup is running over.
Yeah. God is
That's
truly
good, man. So what are your goals? What are your dreams? What are you dreaming about?
Well, this business is going to continue to grow, and I want to work less and make more.
Nice. That's what we all want.
'Cause,
if you're listening out there, I don't know who you are, but and you want to pay me more for working less, me and Dre are available.
I'm hoping through commitment and dedication that I can create that. Because I've worked more and made less over the last year since we got bigger, because that's just what it takes.
Yeah,
to
you
build
work
a
your
business.
ass. I remember. Check it out. I remember one time I went to your house, and you had an office in your living room, and there was like, sorry,
No,
there
it's
was
okay. The city kicked us out.
Okay, yeah. So you had you had like all these people on computers all around you, and everybody was busy, and I was like, man, this is crazy. Like you walk in this dude's living room, and everybody's busy, and then next thing I know, you're like cutting a ribbon. You have a pretty big shop. You want to say what's your address to your shop?
Yeah, our shop is 7277 Pacific Avenue. It's on Walora Street.
And you guys do all the so people want to get their air conditioned serviced. If they want to do all that, you guys give deals all the time. You always have coupons, and you always have.
And we finance. We finance anybody. We can finance anybody.
So if people
we're like S&S Auto. Baby.
So
we can finance anybody.
If you own a house, and you need air conditioning work, and you don't have the money right now, you can call Coach's HVAC and get financed.
Yes.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
You do your own financing?
We were doing it, but now we have several options.
Right.
And we have like the lowest of the low options. Like if you're just down on your luck, or maybe you've experienced a bankruptcy, we have options for you.
Okay.
Nice.
And so the best one right now is 18 months interest free. That's a no-brainer, right? You're not paying any interest.
Summertime though. Summertime's coming. That's your business season.
Yeah, it's gonna get really hot. It's gonna get really.
Yeah. So hey, you know what? It was so hot last summer. A dead dog asked me for some water.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, a dead dog.
Yeah.
Asked me for some water.
I believe it.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot. And I had a pit bull and his lips got chapped. And I was like, man, if you ever had a pit bull with chapped lips, man, that's the ugliest thing in the whole wide world to see.
It does get that hot.
So you're looking forward. This is your busy season.
Yeah, it's coming up real quick.
So your dream is to work less, do more for the community.
Definitely do more for the community. Coach's HVAC. supports all the community. We support Thuggdork.
Yeah.
The Thuggdork movement.
You bought like
we've been in
Kelly's
every
Angels.
show.
For Kelly's Angels, you bought like 17 tickets or something.
And we're gonna get more.
Okay.
We just have to figure out, who's gonna be able to
going?
make it. And
Yeah.
it's during our peak season, but we've supported every event because,
Yeah, last time you threw out a bunch of shirts, remember?
yeah, we
Yeah.
threw
That was
shirts
fun.
up.
Yeah, I
We're
remember
ready
that.
to do that again.
Yeah.
And it's important to support the community because this is where I came from. Like I really love Stockton. You know what I mean? It's tough out here, for a lot of reasons, and it's really political. But you know what? Like if you just dig in and you really are obedient to God, this is what I've learned. This is for me. You can really have an impact in this community, and that's what we've been trying to do. And we're doing it. And I believe that the next movement is going to be with Team Trouble. And Coaches HVAC is a platinum sponsor of Team Trouble. And
Platinum sponsor.
and we're going to be hitting up a lot of local businesses about sponsorship, and we're going to have these guys working with the youth. We're going to be supporting the youth, and it's free admission.
To the
Nope,
games?
you do not pay to come to our games.
Nice.
It's free admission. So we're
Nice.
looking to get that schedule out there. We're really excited.
I'll be there. I'll go live. I'll help promote. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
That'd
I'll
be
help
awesome.
promote. Team Trouble. Give me the schedule. I'll show up to every game.
That's awesome.
Every game I can.
Yeah, we should do that.
When is your show? When is your next first game?
We start in the last weekend of October. So
Oh,
we
man,
got a
that-
big build up.
Oh man, that's my tanning season. I'm just kidding. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. So you have any advice for anybody that wants to start their own business, man? Because I want to know. You started your own business.
I've learned a lot of lessons in the last 6 months.
Okay, 6 months.
In the last 6 months alone. Not to mention the years previous, but what I've learned since we started growing is that you got to grow slow. We've had to pump our brakes several times recently.
Right.
Because if you grow too big too quick, you can fail really quickly.
Wow.
Why is that?
Workman's comp, general liability insurance, all these things that nobody really knows about. But when you start having a business and you start having employees and you have people out in trucks and they're going to people's houses, like liability costs a lot of money.
Live and die.
It's everything. Like if one thing goes wrong and you're not covered, everybody. Now I'll be okay because I have the license and everyone's going to call me still. But the 15 or 60 employees, they're going to be without a job.
Right.
There's not going to be all that volume
Right.
for everyone to have their position in the company.
Right.
And I've tried to explain that, and we talk about it. We have safety meetings every Wednesday.
Nice.
And
Does Frank
we
still
bring
work for you?
Frank's our
What
fourth
is
pillar.
Frank's position? Because I see you sending him to the store to get pizzas.
Frank is actually the general manager.
He is.
Yeah, Frank.
The general. Did he just get
Frank's
that?
our general manager.
He started
Well,
as your,
I noticed
He started
that
as your secretary, though,
I
right?
know. He started as my assistant. I recruited
Your
him.
secretary. Just say it.
Yeah, I recruited him. I recruited him from an insurance company he was working
Correct.
at.
Correct.
And I met Frank back in the disease. We're both in our disease, and
That means getting high.
yeah. And we grew together. We saw each other at church after that, and then when I saw him this last time, I saw him changing his life again. I was like, I need that guy on my team. Like he's a good dude.
Right.
And it's funny. I'll tell the story. It's amazing that him and my partner Joey Silva, they shot at each other growing up.
Nice.
They shot at each other in the streets of Stockton growing up.
Nice.
And now, because I told Joey, I said, man, I met this cool dude at church. His name's Frankie. He said, Frankie who? I said, told him Jimenez. And he said, oh, tell him Joey Silva said hi. So I told him, and his eyes got this big, and I said, what happened? He said, bro, that dude tried to kill me.
Right.
And so
And now they're buddies in
and-
On the same team.
We're on the same team. And,
Nice.
and it's amazing. Like
Oh my God.
sometimes I sit back and I'm like, wow, like
So Frankie, shout out to Frankie, the general
yeah,
manager.
Yeah,
That's a story,
Frankie
yeah.
just sold 2 huge jobs for us. One in San Francisco.
Oh,
we're,
nice.
We're doing work in the city. We're doing work in the hills.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're on Yelp. If you want to check our Yelp reviews, we're a 4.5 star, but we have over 55 stars.
oh, nice.
And we're and that's this is I haven't done any of this. God's done it, but I have a lot of good people around me.
Good. That's
you
good,
know,
man.
Our partner Mike Woods, he's a young man, and we've just been able to grow.
That's good, man. All right, man, that's the end of our show, but I just want to say, man, thank you for coming out, Coach. Thank you for your support. If you ever need anything from me and Dre.
You got it. You know I love you guys.
Dre
Man.
don't feel good today. I'm not used to this Dre.
And Renee too.
Yeah.
Renee on the boards.
Yeah.
What's up? Shouts out.
Hey, shout out to Frankie. That's my cousin.
Yeah.
So
Is
I gotta
he?
say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can see the resemblance.
Yeah. All right, you guys, that's out. We out.
Peace.
What's up? This is Reggie Galindo, aka Thuggdork with Seriously Funny, and my boy Dre.
What's up?